buzzing about the world. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ishita, and I welcome all of you to People's Voice, our favorite debate show. Today's topic for People's Voice is reservations. Reservations. The moment I think about this word, something clicks my mind. What are reservations? Are they a set of privileges given to a certain group of people? Are they good or bad? Are they a hindrance to development of the country? Why people are opposing reservations? To explore all these questions, we have a panel of experts from different fields like teachers, journalists, industrialists, and businessmen. So without any further delay, I would like to ask Ms. Vanshika that what's her say about reservations?
In ancient times, Indian society was divided into four castes, and the lower caste people were oppressed by the upper caste ones and were not treated equally by them. At that point, reservations came up as an opportunity for the people to come up in the society and make up their own identity. In today's scenario, poverty still exists in our country, and many people are still affected by it. Children born to these families are not able to get admissions in good schools and colleges, and people are not able to get good jobs. Being financially unstable doesn't mean that a person is not able to get a job. To this problem, reservations can turn up as a boon for the people.
I oppose your point. I think reservations are not right. This is because they give the student an easy path, and they also hide some of the student's capabilities. I have an example of a student who studied 5th grade at a government school. He came from a little poor background, and he was not the best at studies. One day, his teacher gave him a motivational speech. From then on, he got motivated, and some days later, he started working at a university. He swept the floors there. There, he made some friends and borrowed some books, got some advices from them, and studied hard and cleared the UPSC exam. Now, this example shows us that a student does not need reservations to achieve something, but his willingness to do something and capabilities could get him where he wants.
What a motivating story. It conveys that you need not be rich for having good caliber and getting a good job. I've heard something about handicap quota.
I interviewed a physically handicapped. He was very intelligent and capable for a job, but was jobless. When I asked him why you're jobless, he replied that nowadays a physically fit and a person of great looks, having charming personality, get their own best jobs. Then what is left for the handicapped? That is nothing. And for sure, reservation would help them.
But if the reservations would only for handicapped, then only they will be getting jobs. And what about the people like us, or the common people? Where will they go to get a job? And handicap doesn't mean that only they deserve the job. What about us? What are we gonna do now?
General people have ample opportunities, while handicaps are ignored by everyone. So it's necessary to provide them with equal opportunities.
So we can conclude that reservations should be provided to handicapped, but they should not hinder the opportunities for the general people. I've heard something about the caste system prevailing in India.
Reservation ensures if a person in power is against a minority group, he is forced to let some of them in. That's why some of the seats in parliament are reserved for minority groups, which helps in decision making in the country.
See, many communities would come up a reservation on the basis of the minority in the population, and in the plea of getting the reservations dealt, they resort to mass destruction, which is not justified.
People are not getting their rights. That is the reservations. Why is it so? Why aren't they getting their rights? It's their right to get their own identity in the area. They also need to have the same opportunity as compared to the general ones. Then why aren't they given this? They also need this, right?
So what you mean is when we get angry, we should go out on the street and release our frustration on the common people and let them suffer?
I second you, Mr. Spanan. Our constitution gives us the right to expression and speech, but that doesn't mean that you'll turn it into a riot and affect the common people and the economy.
Actually, the thing is, if we want to see our country progress, we have to support the merit for growth and prosperity and not reservations, because how can you think a country can progress if you give opportunities to the reserved people and not the deserved ones? We surely need a new mechanism to replace reservations.
I agree with you. I also think there should be a new mechanism in India. and that should be to force students to go to school.
Sir, is that forced? I think that it should be motivated.
I also think it should be motivated, but right now what is happening is that the students are getting motivated and they're not focusing on their study. But if we force the students, there is a better chance that the students will focus on their studies.
Sir, but you cannot guarantee that they'll study without any interest in the studies.
I cannot guarantee it, but I have some proof that in Norway and Netherlands, the students are forced to go to school from kindergarten to grade 12, and there the illiteracy rate and the poverty rate is very low. So if we implement this same idea in India, the poverty rate and illiteracy rate should also decrease.
Sir, but don't you think that a sudden change would affect the country?
It would affect the country in a better way, and as we all know it, nothing is impossible.
Alright. Okay, so there's something known as sports quota.
Till now, I have observed many students, those who are much better and are bright students in studies. But still, some students are there who are not good in studies or academics, but they are really putting their heart and soul in sports. They are giving their best in sports. Then sports quota, reservations in sports quota can really become a helping hand for such students.
Yes, supporting your answer, sports quota are really worthwhile for the students to come up in the mainstream of the country.
So we can conclude that sports quota should be there because it helps the youth, those who are interested in sports. So now after so much of discussion with our experts, I open the discussion to common people.
Does IQ depends on caste?
Actually not. IQ don't depend on caste. It depends on the capability of the person.
Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
What about the people who are handicapped? Just because they are not smart enough, the companies are not hiring them, though they deserve it.
I oppose your point. First of all, I don't think you can say that handicapped are not smart. And to test their capabilities, handicapped people and normal people should be given the same test, and the person who scores better should be taken for the job.
Any other questions?
So according to you, reservation recognizes a fair competition?
No, according to me, reservation is not at all fair. It gives unwanted privileges to quota aspirants.
Won't reservation create a division in society? What do you think about it?
In earlier days, there was division in society, and that's why reservation was started in India.
Any other questions?
Is reservation not affecting the merits?
Reservation is affecting the merit. Okay, let's take an example. Like a student is adopting 65% in exam and he's still getting the admission in schools and colleges because he knows that reservations are there for him. But what about the values of the skills, the talent, the merit and the qualification? These are much important than reservations.
Is reservation a political trump card?
I think it is a political trump card because instead of direct bribery, the political leaders are using it as a way to change the people's mind and get them to vote for themselves.
Yes.
Do we still need reservation or quota system in India?
No, I think we don't need any reservations or quota system in India because if you are capable or if you have belief in yourself, you can do anything you want. We have seen a lot of people in the world who, despite of being poor or disabled, did wonders for the world.
But I feel that reservation is still needed in India, as I told that poverty rate in India is really very high, and to improve that, we need reservation.
To conclude, we can say that reservations should be given to handicapped and the people who need it, but they should not hinder the opportunities for the general people. So, with cameraman Ryan Katosh, I, Ishita from Newsbar St. Soldiers School, am taking your leave and will meet next week. Till then, goodbye. Hey, I'm Sanya.
Hey, I'm Bhavya.
Hello, I'm Ishita.
Hello, I'm Divya. Hey, I'm Divya.
Hi, I'm Vanchika.
Hello, I'm Spendin.
Hi, I'm Harsh.
Hello, I am Ryan.